Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching Prison Break. This is the 12th episode of the second season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in the link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in, and enjoy. So we ended last episode with everybody kind of reuniting. Well, when I say everybody, it's all the people that are going to Ball Shop Booze, and that is Sucre, Michael, and Lincoln, with his father actually turning up as well. And Michael said that he's actually seen him before, but it sounded like he never actually knew that it was his dad until this moment. Now, interestingly, you know, Michael needed a plane. You know, they need to get out of the country, and he basically got some fake substances from like a fishing store. Do you remember when he went to that botanical garden and he wanted to get these little things in glass vials, and basically, you know, I think Mahomes was saying those little things can blow up this whole building or something? Well, he was doing a trade. He wanted to give some of this to, you know, some shady people, and in return, they would have give him a passage out of the country. Now, obviously, Michael had got some fake stuff, and they was testing it and figured out that it's not actually what it says it is, and he was holding Michael basically at hostage. Now, interestingly, Sucre turned up with a weapon himself, managed to shoot one of them. They overpowered them, tied them up. Michael was stuck with a predicament then. Does he leave them there and get away with Sucre, or does he untie them and hope that they don't actually attack him and go and get the help that they need? Well, we seen earlier in the episode, Michael, he actually, you know, was feeling down about all the decisions that he's been making recently, stealing the GPS and knocking over an old guy in the store, you know, basically putting people's lives on the line, losing some people along the way, you know, a couple of guards being killed in the prison. You know, basically he was saying that all of this was to try and help his brother, but along that way he started to lose himself and also cause some pain to other people, especially people like Sarah, who we seen nearly had a potential overdose, and he's letting them down. He's gone and repented and obviously spoken to the father in the church, and he decided, you know what, the best play was actually to uncut him and hope that it all goes well. Well, it did go well, and that was the right decision, because the guy actually turned around and told him the location that they needed to go to be on this plane before obviously he got off himself. So they're all together now, the four of them. Are they going to do it? Are they not? Are they going to stay with the dad and hopefully try and get some information to plead their innocence, or are they actually going to try and escape out the country? We see that they're only 75 miles away from the New Mexican border. That's what it looked like anyway. I think it said at the start of the episode. So I'm excited to see what decision they actually make. Now, Sarah, she's been tortured by KILLERMAN. Yes, he wants to get information that he believes she has that her father passed on to her. She's saying that she has no idea what he's talking about. We all know that it's the key that she actually found on the floor. That's probably, you know, something to a lockbox which has the information that KILLERMAN's trying to get. And he explained that when 9/11 actually happened, you know, there was some sort of malfunction in the system, and comms become available for like 3 months from the White House to other locations, and somebody picked up on information, a call between Terrence Steadman and the White House, basically detailing that he was alive in the time frame that Lincoln was basically being executed for his potential death. So they need to get this information, because a whole empire can fall down if this is released. And she's consistently saying that she has no idea what they're talking about, and he's consistently trying to dunk her head into the bathtub, torture her, drown her, try and get the information out, and currently it's actually not working. Another person that's trying to torture somebody, well, kill somebody, was Teabag, because yes, he tracked down Geary. He had a tracking device inside of the money, which is really smart actually. Followed him all the way to the hotel that he was in, and then he's beat him up, killed him, and as he was getting transported to the hospital and obviously Bellick was being discharged, they crossed ways. He heard that Gary was killed, basically. He uncovered his body, and then somebody else come and said, maybe we need to sit down and have a little bit more conversation with you, Bellick. And then that is the ending of his episode. So very interesting stuff. Loads of stuff's going down. Can't wait to see what we do next. Thanks for checking out today's episode. If you do enjoy it, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into the 12th episode of the second season of Prison Break.
It was you.
Go easy, son.
Stay away from me.
Know him. I know this man.
After Mom died, you were in juvie. They put me with this foster father. He punished me.
Bacon fish. Catch.
Oh, hey.
Sorry, man. I thought you'd left.
No. Still here. Here I am.
Yeah, it's just that a couple of the guests are complaining about the volume of your TV.
Take care of it. Thanks. Sorry. Thanks.
Great. So could you do that for me now?
Can she pull that plug actually? Yeah, look, it's right in front of her. What's holding her down?
Everything okay in your bathroom?
Say literally, why are you so nosy?
Yeah, my daughter thinks bath time is playtime.
Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Done well there in pulling the plug though. Do you know what I mean? It was dangling.
Michael,
Please,
he did
wait.
this to you?
You do that to another human being.
His dad's not even spoke yet. See, the person that was beating him down, I couldn't see his face as much as him. Look, he's just said he's not going to hurt you anymore.
Come with me and don't look back.
Yeah, so it wasn't him that was doing it. Oh, was this a story that Michael was saying when he seen somebody get beaten up or something? He didn't do anything.
Michael, it's gonna be all right.
There we go. He's got a shooter. You know what, right? I'm just not too sure how I feel about that situation. Like, in terms of her burning him, great. He should have done that to her last episode. He was rookie. He's kind of like feelings for her. I don't mean like he like fancies her or anything, but like he seems to have like a weak spot for her. Don't want her to die or whatnot, but like he never pushed the torture enough to get the information out of it, and straight away it's burning thing, bang, got it in, he's down on the floor. Now she's just dived out that window, but like I feel like he had well enough time to, whilst he was on the floor, do you know what I mean, in a bit of pain, like he could have, any time between her pushing the window out, jumping out, and then hobbling off and running away, he should be able to get up and shoot her, but he took ages. And I always think as well, like, they're all in the Secret Service and all this, and then when they actually do go to shoot someone, they shit at it. Like, they miss them all the time, and it's like, mate, you should have a pinpoint precision. You should be the best of the best, you know what I mean? It shouldn't be like Michael's picked the gun up and misses 10 shots. It should be a one and you're done from you guys. He is at the right location, though. He has no idea if it's the real stuff or not. He's leaving it.
Your lives are what they are because of me.
Yes, Link told me about the company.
I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought I was protecting you.
From what, Dad? From who?
Company had enemies. I was important to the company. I became a target. Easiest way to get to me would be to get to you.
Michael's got a hardcore grudge on him. I can't really blame him, but I kind of understand the other guy's point of view.
Gives us everything we need.
You're not gonna believe who he thinks has it. Sarah.
Thing is, right, I can understand Michael's point of view. They made it look like his dad beat him up as a kid. Literally, that's what they was trying to tease at the start there. But realistically, Michael was upset that he was with that guy for 6 months before his dad come in and saved him. And obviously, he's explaining the fact that he's bouncing around for so long, it was hard to pinpoint his location. And when he did, he got him. Then Michael said, yeah, but you left again. And he was like, yeah, but I had to. You know what I mean? Because if I didn't, all of this scenario that's kind of happening. And like, I'm not saying what he's done was right, leaving his kids behind, but like everything that's kind of happening now, it kind of does justify his means of not having his kids involved, because if they are involved, they're a target, and when they're a target, you see stuff like this that's going down. So like, I can understand both point of views. You can't really be mad at Michael for being upset that he chose his job to be absent, but then you've got to be able to understand his side of it, the reason why he was absent, because his job would have affected their lives as it is right now. So you can't really, you know, like blame one without the other. You just got to understand both sides.
A report on Sarah Tancredi?
She's dead. I'm dealing with the body right now.
You must be relieved that it's over.
Yeah, I gotta go.
I
Send me
need
a
photo of the
picture.
body before disposal. Take one with your phone and send it to me, and I'll...
Bill, not a good time right now, right?
Take a breath and take the picture.
I mean, it's just rookie, isn't it? Who sends pictures over text messages and that of dead bodies? It's just stupid.
Here you go. It's all working out, huh?
Don't say that.
You know, this moment right here, right now, it's all worth it.
Thing is, though, you got to think about the kid. You know, where's she going to go to school? Are they going to homeschool her? You're always going to be on the run looking over your shoulder. There's a lot of things to take into consideration.
Sorry about all this. We don't get a whole bunch of homicides out here, and well, we're trying to play catch up. We're both in law enforcement. We can each sniff out a perp like a hot fart. We both know you're not a criminal, so I don't care if you boys were out here whooping it without your wives or one broke back.
What? Hell no. Gary and I got a lead that one of the Fox River 8 was in town. Theodore Bagwell. We were gonna bring him in for the reward money, but we couldn't get a handle on him. So Gary and I split up. We're starting to think maybe Gary ran into old Bagwell after all.
The thing is, you should easily be able to do this. This is where CCTV and stuff like that, right? They should be able to see that T-Bag walked into that hotel where he was in. You know what I mean? His body was clearly found in that hotel. It had to been, unless he'd thrown him out a window or something. So he was discovered there. All she would have to do is look at who had entered the building in that corridor at that time. You know, pretty much every single hotel that I've ever been in, I've got like cameras, especially in the entrances, and they've also got cameras. Majority of them have it in the corridors, not in the rooms, but in the pathways, you know, going in and out of the rooms, so they'll be able to see who was entering. Also, again, you know, Bellick was kind of telling the truth. He was lying, but telling the truth at the same time. Do you know what I mean? So, like, he was there for Teabag, but he was also there for a hidden agenda as well, which was the money.
Any way you can get in touch with her?
We bought cell phones. I could call her.
Please, 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 bro. Call her from Panama, please. We got less than 2 hours. I gotta make the flight.
He's up there.
Run!
He should be able to get a shot on one of them, but they have hid away. They've got a bit of cover. I feel like his dad's gonna get a bullet. Oh, he got in. He didn't even get a shot. Thought he might have got at least one bullet. Oh, he did get a bullet. But it's more believable. You know, he was in a shootout. He was open as well.
You're gonna be okay. Just hold on.
Okay. So do you want a PB&B?
My tummy hurts. Where's her knapsack? Her knapsack, her medicine's in it.
Now, what are you looking for? Just tell me what it is, and I'll go ahead and get it.
Her prescription. So back up. I keep an extra in case.
That mum's not vibing with the hiding.
Things on him, like his backpack.
If we find Bagwell, you can give it to her personally. Why don't you tell me what you know? We'll track down Bagwell, we'll get Gary's effects back to his family, and I'll make sure that everybody involved knows that your help was invaluable.
And what is it exactly that the guys on the force were concerned about?
Some of them thought that you weren't being totally upfront about your head injury.
You got me. Gary and me had a little dust up over how to go about finding Bagwell.
Well, you know what happened to him. I just wish the hell we'd never fought, you know? Maybe then he'd still be...
Why don't we refocus our energy on finding the man who killed your friend?
He's doing to him what he done to Ina. Do you know what I mean? Giving him treats and giving him questions.
Insurance card? No, I don't have insurance.
You got Medicaid, Medicare or something?
Nope. I'll just pay cash.
I have to go to the back to get change for 100.
I just don't get why they're so sketchy. I would literally just give her the meds and all that, let her go, and then call it in. You don't have to do it while they stood right in front of you. They do that every time, don't they? Make it dead obvious.
What? What hospital?
Well, they must have checked him in then if he's getting a phone call.
Heard you wanted to talk to me.
Oh right, it's not his dad.
The feds want about Michael Schofield. A minute.
Anyway, I want all charges dropped and I want some prize money. Do you know what I mean? I'll tell you where he's going. Guy's smart, ratting him out.
When things were at their worst, there were days I thought I'd never see the sun again. But he saved my life. Just wish he could have let us be a part of his.
Why was he so mad at him at the start then? Do you know what I mean? He's fuming at him.
No deportation. I want citizenship. Little incentive. And I want it in writing.
No external pacemaker.
Huh? What are you doing?
FBI, out, out, out. Come on, you son of a...
And they found nothing? If you knew about Bagwell and Hollander, why didn't you just head over there yourself?
Oh, we couldn't find a house.
It's a well shit. You think it'd be better, wouldn't you?
Excuse me. Brad, have you ever been to the Fauntleroy Hotel? It's about 15 minutes from here.
Never heard of it.
Because they found this receipt in Gary's hotel room. It's from your credit card.
Oh, Bagwell held that, didn't he?
I don't know how that got there.
When we found the receipt, Brad, it was in Gary's hand, his finger pointing to your name. With his last ounce of strength, he told us you killed him.
Okay, look, Gary and I found Bagwell. We roughed him up until he told us where he'd hid the $5 million. When we found the money, Gary double-crossed me, he hit me in the head and took the cash.
The thing is, I was literally about to say then, how hard would it literally be? Like, his lies are obviously stacking up and she can see through him. That's fine. But, like, the only thing that he's technically done wrong, you could say, was he had Bagwell or knew where he was and he didn't actually tell the police. But then again, you can actually counter that and say he did tell the police. He did ring and he did give the location. He just didn't wait. I don't really... Technically, he hasn't not done anything wrong. You know what I mean? Like, he knew that they had the money. Basically, he could have just sat down and said, look, mate, you know, I used to work at Fox River. They escaped. We knew that they was going for $5 million. I wanted it before them. I was going to chase it down and get it. We chased it down. We found Bagwell. We found the money. We tied him up, called you, let you know where the criminal was, but then, you know, Roy hit me over the head and took it. It's the last I ever seen of him. Next time I seen him, I'm getting discharged from, obviously, the head knockout, and he's been transported into the hospital dead. So clearly, that missing absence there is what's happened between Bagwell and him. Now, it's not my fault that you didn't catch him when I give you the location, and it's not my fault that the timeline should clearly show that his time of death was 5 hours ago, and 5 hours ago I was locked up in the hospital. It should also show that I've never entered that location, because every hotel should have CCTV. Like, sometimes they make you think like there's nothing around, you know what I mean? And like, I don't know if it's because we live in 2023 and you think, oh, CCTV would be everywhere. It might not have been then, but like, to me, it's so obvious that he didn't kill him. It's clear as day. He was in one location, he was found in another. Time of death should easily be, you know, deciphered. / the location should show that he was never there, and obviously cameras and stuff should show that somebody else was. But his lies are obviously stacked up, and he's just making himself look daft, to be honest.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 75.
Just walking it. Just literally walk slowly. She's dropped it in the bin.
Problem, officer?
There's only a problem if you make one, Miss Franklin. You want to tell us where your husband is? Place your hands behind your back, please, ma'am.
At least she's dropped it in the trash can. I want to know what she's getting arrested for, though. Is it just aiding and abetting? Is that literally what it is? She drops it over there, though. You can go and get it.
Bill, there was a tactical error.
She's gone, isn't she?
Yes, she got away.
To be fair, she's been ruffled up at the past few episodes, and she's still going pretty strong, so fair play to her. Need to bite down on something. Just imagine the pain that is. Like, even just going through one time, but the thing is, you got to stitch that about 8 times, 10 times.
I'm not gonna let you die. I love you.
Michael's going to blame it all on himself, but he would have died anyway from the company.
They wanted him in the ground, and they got their wish.
I'm sorry, guys. We gotta go.
Mate, Freedom's staring him literally in the face. It's right next to him. They're not going.
What? Dang. I can't talk you out of this one, can I? Be good.
Mate, I'm glad you're getting on it, Sucre.
What now?
We go back to the car, drive to a border town, find a cell phone signal, and call Sarah.
Hell are those jets?
They're going after Sucre.
You can't even warn him.
How'd they find out?
Mate, you'd be sick of this guy, wouldn't you? You'd be like, for fuck's sake, man. Like, literally everywhere we go, he's always on our ass. Don't get 5 seconds to breathe.
I'm out of here.
Not really an option for you, Mr. Bellick.
What do you got, a receipt? He left it in his pocket. A fight? Big deal. I got 10 pals in Chicago tell you Gary and I threw down once a month.
Any of those things on their own? Probably not enough. But when you had this?
Yeah, thieving son of a bitch. You better get down on your knees and pray to God that I don't find you. I'm gonna gut you about a stir.
You want to hear it again?
I did not kill Roy Gary. You understand what I'm telling you?
Bradley Bellick, you are under arrest for the first-degree murder of Roy William Gary.
President Reynolds' office.
This is Agent Paul KILLERMAN. I need to speak with the president right now, please. June, if you don't put me through, I'll make certain that the president knows that you were the one who did not allow me to provide her with some very important information.
I'm sorry, this administration isn't familiar with an agent.
He's literally on his own. He's been hung out to dry in big time though, hasn't he? Like, let's be honest. I know he's doing his job, but they've just absolutely just left him out.
Every photo, every file, get rid of it all.
I've been a perfect soldier. I've never asked anything of you ever.
No, they can make him a ghost, but like, other people would have pictures, you know what I mean? You're telling me people have not been at those events taking their fit photos themselves?
We are in business.
Look, this guy should easily kill both of these, shouldn't he? That's his intention, to take them both out. He's got them right there. The rabbit in the headlights. Oh. The episode's going to end there, isn't it? It's going to end on like that little cliffhanger. Yeah, I knew it. You know, I feel like sometimes I'm a negative Nally. Is that what you call it? Where, like, I look at things... I try to look at everything objectively, me. I give everybody, you know, like a a chance, try and review situations, you know what I mean? Like, I was trying to be even-handed when obviously Michael was moaning at his dad for not being there in his life, and then obviously his dad looking at his point of view, the reason why he wasn't there in his life. Do you know what I mean? I don't like, really take a side. I do take sides and stuff, like when I believe like it firmly needs to be on one. Like, if we're going to take a side in terms of this Bellic killing Roy, I'm taking Bellic's side all day, but I'll go into that a bit more. But in terms of, like, obviously, like I said, looking at stuff objectively, I feel like they gloss over just things like, how did that car just blow up? And like, I know that you can say, oh, I hit him where the gas cap was, but you never see that. You never see two cars just crash and instantly one goes ablaze. You know what I mean? Like, and then, for example, this guy's whole job is to find them all and kill them, yeah? But, like, I know for a fact, obviously, because it's a show and that, like, they're not going to die, and I don't understand how. His purpose should be, don't speak, just see him, bang, bang, they're gone. That's 4 people down, do you know what I mean? 2 of the biggest ones as well. Again, trying to get Killerman, non-existent. You know, they threw him under the bus, like I said. They hung him out to dry. You can see from the start of the season, she had no intention of being there. Now, again, do you know what I mean? He hopefully knows where Terrence Steadman is. Or whatever. The thing is, right, regardless of erasing him from all photos and everything, and this guy's never existed, his knowledge exists. And, you know, so, like Michael's dad left the company, he tried to take information with him, and obviously they want to take him out, and there's a group obviously there that are trying to take them down. But like, Killerman would have all of this knowledge and know everything about Caroline, how they got to the situation. He probably knows how they killed the previous president, do you know what I mean? He knows about Terrence Steadman, he knows about obviously Lincoln. He's got all this knowledge as well, do you know what I mean? Sending people down. Like, for example, if he turned up, what about the phone numbers? He knows everybody's phone numbers. Like, to me, again, you know, you can easily work down and look at things. It's all right erasing him from your pictures, right? But what about mine? When I was at the event watching the, you know, the president get sworn in, what about I took a picture? What about you and they've took them as well? Like, are you just going to pretend that he wasn't even a thing? Everybody will kind of have them. He'll have information himself, do you know what I mean? Like a good, smart person, in my personal opinion, who works in these companies and they work high up, like, you always see it in films and stuff, like, once you get to a certain rank and then you retire or something, they always seem to come after you. Is it Red? And you've had Red 2 with, like, Bruce Willis and Helen Mirren, and, you know, you got them there, John Malkovich, they're old and retired. Or is it a different one? But it's pretty much, that's what it is. And, like, they come after them because basically they're saying they're so old and they know so much that they need to take them out. Now, they've acquired information all of this time throughout their career that they could use against you. And, like, if you're in a position like that, I would always keep some sort of leverage. Try to erase me, yeah, but what about this and this? I've got company files then. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, okay, it'll get them to come after you, like Michael's dad, but they're already trying to go after you anyway. They're trying to eliminate you, and, like, you never worked there before, so... But it's just like, again, just going on to the Roy situation. Like, are we supposed to believe that it's dead obvious that he's killed him? Okay, right now, you can look at little things here and there, sequences and events, and you could say, oh, fingers kind of point towards Bellic. But then it's like, okay, you got this phone call of him threatening him that he's going to kill him. All right, sound. When was that received? Because every phone call has a timestamp. You would have received it at 3 o'clock, yeah? When did he die? Yeah, he died at 4 o'clock. Would I have been able to go from this location here in the hospital? Because you should be able to get the GPS signal of where the call was transmitted from towards this location here. Could I have got there? No. What about the hotel? Do you think it's got no CCTV? Am I supposed to believe that? Mate, the CCTV been around for ages. It should be there. Do you know what I'm saying? What about me coming in the hospital? What about them being discharged? My story would back up as well. How about we go back to the house? You know, we could literally just backtrack. There's so much information to show that he's not guilty. Time of death, everything about it, if I'm being totally honest. Where's T-Bag gone with the money? Hopefully we see that next episode, but... yeah, okay, right now, it's fine. I'll rock with it. But if he actually gets sent down for the murder, then I'll be mad. Because to me, it's obvious. But it's like at the start of the last season as well. I thought so much was going on around Lincoln. It was so obvious that he didn't do it. But because obviously there was no hardcore proof, people just say, there's no proof. It's like, yeah, but what about the 50 people that are actually trying to look into it for him who keep dying? Is that not something to look into? Do you know what I mean? So... I'm not being negative, I'm just trying to look at things objectively, and I think, like, in certain situations, it's dead obvious that certain things are actually not happening when they say they actually are. Okay, that is going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So after just going on that tangent a minute ago, just got to say that it was a good episode, and I'm actually really enjoying what is actually unraveling in front of us. You had a death today, obviously it's Michael's father. I mean, they made it look at the start of the episode that Michael's dad was beating him up when he was younger. That was like you know, when basically he said that he's seen him before, but no, it turns out that his dad come to the rescue and saved him after he was in foster care, after his mum died, and then obviously he might have been mad a little bit that he left him in that position for so long. I think last episode Michael was talking to the priest at the church, and he was saying that he seen somebody die or something when he was younger, and he didn't really do anything about it. And then today's episode, we kind of seen the guy like was dead, and I don't know if he was talking about that, referencing it. I don't know. It was interesting though. And it seemed that obviously Michael, emotional, he's upset that his father's actually died. And Lincoln knew him a bit more than Michael, but obviously he's still your dad, and he told you that he loved you as well. And it's a tough one to take up for them, because you don't really know him, but he's always kind of wanted him, and now he's here, you know what I mean? You could kind of be like sad / angry that he's been absent, but then there's always a chance of rekindling and progression and moving forward, and then that gets taken away by Mahomes, who then could obviously take your life away here. He's got you on your knees in the last moments of the episode. Now again, KILLERMAN, do you know what I mean? He was getting ready to obviously torture Sarah a little bit more. Don't know what he was going to do with that hacksaw, to be honest. You know, the guy come from the hotel service, said the TV was too loud, told him to turn it down, and while that was going on, she managed to pull the plug, which, you know, is believable if I'm being totally honest. I've no idea how she's being held down into that position, but she did pull the plug, give her a bit of time, hid behind the corner, done what I said he should have done last episode and burned her with the iron. And that on his chest looked really, really bad. You know, he's coming, I mean, she's come in, she's hit him with it, they had a little fight, she's jumped out the window, she's flipped herself out, literally. Not even, I would have jumped legs first, me, if I'm being totally honest. Maybe I might have done my knees in though or something, but she's just gone full on back first, smashed right into the, you know, the windscreen, and managed to get off before he could get her. And now we're seeing her stitching herself up in the toilet. I mean, I wouldn't say she's lucky, but it's lucky being a doctor, you know, because you'd be able to diagnose yourself with certain conditions, or like whether you've got an infection, you know what to take, or whether you've got a gash, you'd be able to stitch it, you know what I mean? There's a benefit of her being who she actually is, and obviously if Michael gets with her, then them together would be quite good. Now she knows, well, I don't know, she knows that he wants to go to Panama, but now she knows that he's on the phone, and she could potentially hear his death in today's episode. Well, tomorrow's, when it actually obviously gets revealed. I don't know how they would get out of this situation with Mahomes, if I'm being totally honest. The only way they could do is talk out of it, but then again, it wouldn't make any sense, because his life is on the line. Do you know what I mean? Like, Kim's got him to do this, because if he doesn't do it, then he's going to take out him and threatening his family as well. If it was me, I wouldn't listen. You know what I mean? Like, you always see it, that when they get a task, once you start talking, that is when it starts going downhill. If he sits there and lets Lincoln and Michael start revealing more and more stuff to him, we're innocent, we're looking for this, we're looking for that, do you know what I mean? We got this, don't work for them, work for us. And then it just obviously stops him. Well, it's good for Michael and Lincoln, but what I mean is, in terms of Mahomes, it's rookie. He's already took out Trina. He's already took out a brute there. He should instantly just get out of his car and shoot. And he could easily say to the press that he was driving, chasing them down. They went after him, hit him, car blew up. He's got out. They tried to run away. Bang, bang, I killed 2 of them. Do you know what I mean? That would probably go down well. So it's going to be interesting to see, obviously, what they do. But I think I'm quite more interested in the KILLERMAN situation now. I'm not going to lie. I like how Sucre's got on the plane and he's flying off. And I hope and I pray that he actually doesn't get killed, if I'm being totally honest, you know. He's a good character. I like his, like, what is it, flamboyant, vibrant personality. And I actually want him to be with Mary Cruz. You know what I mean? Like, real bad man. I want him to be with her. He's just done everything to try and see her, and he's not actually made it yet. Do you know what I mean? And he's a chance that he could get to Panama. He's on the plane. He could see it there and ready, freedom. And then he could get shot down by, obviously, the RAF or whoever it is that he's called in, which I'm hoping that doesn't happen. So, again, we need to see what happens with him. But, like I said, KILLERMAN's a one for me. You know what I mean? He's worked for the government. Now they're hanging him out to dry. Does he change tactics? You know, if he killed Tara and ran Kim back, he might say, woohoo. But I don't think it's actually do it. I think the decision's been made that he's the scapegoat. He's the guy they're going after. If everything happens, it's all his fault. And he's going to be the one that they're going to go after now as well. So, I'm excited and can't wait for it. And thanks for checking out today's episode. If you did enjoy it, please smash a like. Really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.